Do you ever just have one of those times that you're like, man, you should have been there. You should have been there. Um, Maybe it's tough to tell a story, and you're like, nah, you should have been there. Today is November 14th, Friday, and nearly Friday the 13th. No, it's the 14th today. Today, I am editing a series of photos. I think I told you about it before. One kid was not there. She was not present for the group photo. And I told the guy that is sort of in charge of the whole apparatus, the whole deal. I said, I don't like doing face swaps, right? I don't like doing composites where you just sort of slap somebody into a photo. It never looks real. The lighting's always a little bit different. And he said, "Oh, it's fine, you know. This girl's not here." And then she did come, and the lighting's slightly different. It was in the same location and same settings on the camera and everything. But I'm putting these photos together in Photoshop. Now, I'm not going to show you these photos, of course, but it's privacy and whatnot. I keep my my home life and my YouTube life and my whatever, my school life, very separate from each other. So of course I'm not going to show you these photos, but I am having a bear of a time trying to put this photo together because the girl wasn't there. She wasn't able to be at the photo shoot. She was late for it, so or she wasn't, whatever, she wasn't there. So we did get her photo, but the lighting's slightly different and the position's a little different, and there's always things that are different. So I'm like, welp, just gotta go with what I have. So should have been there. That's what I'm telling the girl. You just should have been there. All right, well, let's dive in. Let's play our puzzles. Let's have some fun. Connections. I am on a 26-day streak of correct answers. A couple of them have been in rainbow order. One was in reverse rainbow order. A couple purple first. So today in the connections, I see buddy, frequency, heat, rate, speed, judge, disaster, band, Armageddon, grade, superhero, station, martial arts, channel, hard-boiled, and review. So I might say review, grade, and judge. And to rate. You want to rate something. To evaluate. There we go. How about band, frequency, station. Oh, channel. Yeah. To tune in. Radio tuning options. There we go. Maybe we'll get this one in rainbow order too. Callie, are you getting in this? Did you get in rainbow order? I'd love to hear. Armageddon. Martial arts. Disaster. Are these types of movies? Buddy movie? Isn't that one? A buddy movie? An end of world movie is an Armageddon movie. Oh, wait. These are... Hold on. These are names of movies. Armageddon. I don't want to close my eyes. I don't want to fall asleep because I'd miss you, babe. And I don't want to miss a thing. Speed was a movie that had Sandra Bullock and Keanu Reeves in it. Keanu Reeves with short hair, young with short hair. Heat. I think that was a cop movie, wasn't it? And then Disaster. Maybe Buddy? No, it's one away. Shoot. Armageddon was definitely a movie. Speed was a movie. You just skipped over my comment on how to make a hard-boiled egg. I didn't see a comment about a hard-boiled egg. I only see two. You said good afternoon. And then I don't... What do you mean? Are you telegraphing invisible answers? Okay, so heat, speed, superhero? Shoot. Okay, so if this is one away, and then also this is one away, I see 2 posts from you. Really, I see 3 posts, including the one that you just barely sent saying, what, you don't see it? I only see 3 posts. So if you posted something in the comments, I may have missed it. Maybe the filter is unallowing hard-boiled egg comments. I don't know. Is there a movie called Hard Boiled? Am I missing that? Martial arts. Okay, hold on. I need to shuffle these. Sorry, my brain is like... Armageddon. There it is in the top left again. Hard-boiled what? Hard-boiled egg. Egg. Something you do to something with a shell. Hard-boil the egg. I might need some help. YouTube blocked your account? Your entire account? No, you're still here. Are you saying bad words or something? Seems like YouTube blocked my account, like, entirely? What the heck? Speed. Speed, the Keanu Reeves movie. Armageddon, the Bruce Willis movie. Well, I can't keep playing. I need to know what you were saying, but now I think I need help, because I'm not... I think Heat was a movie. Hard-boiled? I don't know. I literally do not know. Okay. Oh, are they both about films? Hold on. Classic 90s action film, Armageddon. Hard-boiled? And then these are types of movies. Buddy movies, martial arts movies, superhero movies, and disaster movies. Some film genres. Yeah, okay. Now, I gotta look this up, though. Armageddon, I know that one. Hard-boiled. On top of being an egg, Hard-boiled seems to be a 1992 movie from Hong Kong. I need to know, like, international movies to understand this reference. Hard-boiled. Oh my gosh, 1992. A cop who loses his partner in a shootout with gun smugglers goes on a mission to catch them. In order to get closer to the leader, the ring, he joins forces with an undercover cop who's working as a gangster hitman. How am I supposed to know that? I've never heard of a movie from Hong Kong. Good night. Heat and Speed. Now, Heat was a cop movie too, wasn't it? Here. Heat. Master criminal Robert De Niro is trying to control the rogue actions of one of his men. His last big heist before he retires. Yeah, I think I remember this one. Al Pacino. That's a combination right there. Robert De Niro and Al Pacino. Guaranteed to have a good movie there. It's a couple of times they've had a good combination. Okay. The only reason I'd poo-poo the purple category is because of Hard-boiled. I don't know. Is that one people have heard of? Have you heard of the I've just never heard of this one. And then interesting that there are both purple and blue about films, right? Here are titles of films, but then also action film subgenres. There's buddy films, right? Buddy cop, disaster movies, right? What is it? Twister, or Twisters with an S on the end, the second one. Martial arts movies or superhero movies. Yeah. Not my era. Yeah, I was a little too young to know those. 1990s. Well, close enough. We got it, didn't we? It was ugly, but we got it. No hints required. You said it, not me. Why? It's the E-W-E, not Y-O-U. You said it. How about bah? Shucks. Like dang, darn. Oh, they're famous in the Mandarin-speaking world. Hey, SG, how you doing? Glad you're here. Overly talkative, or one down with its consonants inverted. Overly loose, or seven across with its consonants inverted. I have no idea. We will come back. Let's see. To say hello. To wave. To... An ump's cry. How about you're out? Overly loose. I don't know. We'll come back. In the know. How about aware? Whoa. Aware. Honey-colored resin. Ooh, I know that. Amber. Amber is the color of your energy. Civil War president. Honest Abe. Wall Street Journal competitor. How about NYT, New York Times? Shucks. Oh, man. Oh, funny. Gabby. Baggy Gabby. It's like a reversal. You reverse the... That took me a sec to figure that out. All right, here, look. You said it. Bah. Shucks. Oh, man. Overly talkative. Gabby. Or one down, overly loose. Baggy. Reverse the consonants. You get two of them. That's pretty funny. To say hello to greet. Yes, to greet. You're out. Umps cry. Baggy. In the know. You're aware. Aware. Honey-colored resin. Amber. Civil War Prez. P-R-E-Z. Familiarly. Abe. Good old Honest Abe. And then here's a self-referential clue. The Wall Street Journal competitor, the NYT, New York Times. They're talking about themselves. A little shameless self-promotion. You got the Wordle in 4 again, so I'm back to my normal amount of guesses. All right, SG, you got this. By the way, it looks like you're going to have to find out on your own how to make hard-boiled eggs. Were you going for a joke or something? I wonder why it didn't allow you to put in your 2 cents about that. What did you start with? Oh, you always start with crash every time? That's funny. I didn't know that. I thought you came up with new words every time. Don't you have a full notebook full of all brand new 5-letter words every time? I thought you did. Okay. So we got super lucky yesterday. I guessed one in hard mode. It gave me 3 answers. Well, 3 yellows. And then from those 3 yellows, I came up with the final product. I took a screenshot of it, too. Where is that? Here, let's see. There it is. So I started yesterday with point, P-O-I-N-T, and it gave me the I, the N, and the T. And then I guessed it in 1. Well, 1 after that. So 2. Tinge. That's pretty awesome. Tinge of blue. Okay. Hulky. No way. Okay, we're on the board. We got a U in the right place and then an L somewhere. This could be L-U blank blank blank. Lucky? No, it's not lucky. Lumen, right? The measurement of light. Lumen. Is that E-N or I-N? I think it's E-N. Lumen. No, but it is an L-U word. That's good to know. Let's see. Could be lupus, right? Wolf in Latin. And then it's also the autoimmune disorder, lupus. That is double guessing a U, and I don't love double guessing, especially this early in the game, though. I mean, it'll tell us if we have a U, or I mean an S. Okay, it's not. It's not. Luxor. O-R. Yes, it is! Stop it! Stop it. What is it with these dictionaries? Luxor is absolutely a word. I promise you, Luxor is a word. How about lurid? R-I-D. Yes! Awesome. Awesome, awesome. That is an outright lie. Hold on. I said Luxor. Tell me Luxor is not a word. Oh, I could have said lucid. Why didn't I say... Did I already guess the C? Why wouldn't I have said lucid? Like, lucid is a more common word than lurid. Interesting. Why would that not even cross my mind? Of course I should have said lucid. I'm kind of surprised I didn't say lucid, actually. I was just looking at available letters. You know how sometimes when you look at like the available letters, it almost makes shapes? You know, I was kind of seeing like, okay, there's a drift of letters over here that haven't been used. There's a bunch over here. And I saw lurid, and I was like, yeah, maybe it is lurid. That's so wild. Why would you do that? That's funny. Let's see. I'll do that after Crash becomes the word. Oh, funny. You're just going to keep playing Crash until you get it? That's funny. I was at 265. Now I'm at 281. Nice. Almost 300. What's your evil Wordle plan, Callie? Start with a word. Just happens to be today's answer. Oh, that's terrible. Don't do that to me. Don't do that. Yeah, I'm actually kind of surprised that I did not say lucid. Right? Lucid dreaming. Lucid... Yeah, that's surprising. I don't know. It didn't even cross my mind. Like, it didn't even come into my mind. You know, usually, sometimes I'll come up with a word. I'm like, no, that's not a very common word. And I'll, like, not do that word. But to have, I mean, lurid is definitely not as common a word as lucid. I'm kind of surprised. Oh, was lucid used in the past? Yeah. I have only been playing for... What is it? November. I've only been playing for almost a full year now. It's almost been a full year. I think I started in December. Yeah, I was playing those vertical. Remember the vertical live streams? I'm so glad I'm out of that. Actually, I'm tempted. I could be wrong, but I'm tempted to do kind of both at the same time. I know that YouTube is rolling it out to certain partners where you can do a vertical and a horizontal simultaneously. And I'm excited to see if that ever gets available to me. I'm tempted to do both at the same time. I don't know how I'll do it. I'll have to figure it out somehow. But to do like both at the same time would be kind of fun to multi-stream for a vertical audience and a horizontal audience. The benefit, though, I read is that it combines the chat. There's a horizontal audience and then a vertical audience, and it merges the chat together. That's kind of fascinating. I don't know how that's going to work. All right, lurid. Why would I say lurid before I said lucid? It's fascinating. Okay. Coolio. All right, Strands, go ahead. Let's see what we do. Low-key elusive. Low-key elusive. Now, low-key, just, that's a very common phrase for the new generation, right? That low-key stinks, right? That's low-key awesome. Or if you mean it for real, you say, that's high-key. It's like the opposite. Low-key elusive. What do you mean by low-key, though? I don't know what we're going for here. Low-key, elusive. Yeah, one is Thor's brother. You got it. Exactly. Something's jiggling my laptop, making it like sit unevenly on my table. Can't figure out what it is. I almost spell starburst. I don't think that's what we're going for. Low key, so is it like piano or bass guitar? And then elusive. Like run away, run around, somebody elusive. Catch me if you can. I don't want to use the hint quite yet, but I am awfully confused here. Oh, you had to use 2 hints? All right, well, maybe I don't feel so bad then. All right, I'll use the hint. What? Faint? What do you mean faint? Elusive. Nebulous. Oh, wait. Barely there. Why low key though? You lost me at low key. Nebulous. Faint. Transparent or translucent. I thought I was onto something, but I can't think of other words that mean barely there. How about sheer? Sheer. I don't see sheer. I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to need another hint too. What? Le butts. I don't know. Beltus. What is what? What is it? What is it? I don't know. Stel. I already said stubble. Oh, subtle. 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 Two more. Understated. What? There's too many vowels. I see ENT. I don't know what combination of letters this makes. Oh, yeah. Stubble has two B's. You're right. Tenuous. Okay, well, a couple of words apparently I don't know today. It says 2 hints, but really I needed 4 hints, 2 from the chat. This was a tough one. Barely there. Tenuous. Understated. Subtle. Faint. Nebulous. Yeah, this was a tough one. Well, it was not well played. I got many, many hints from both of you, so thank you for that. I don't know. It didn't stand out. You know, sometimes it's like, oh yeah, duh, I found it. You know, once you find one, they all kind of fall into place. But a word like tenuous, and I'm like, didn't even see that. It's a little more nuanced. A lot more nuanced today. Yeah. Well, let's see how nuanced our letterboxed is today. Try to solve in 5 words. We got Y, O, and B. Yob. T, R, and D. S, L, A, I, N, G. Oh no, I, N, G are all on the same side. We can't use that. We can't do I, N, G words. Darn it. We can't do. There's no E. Grail. That's a word. Hey, where's your tool set? I loaned it. I loaned it to Jub. Oh, load is a word. Can't do ing words. Darn it. Dost thou think otherwise? Oh, that's a killer word. Tyrant. Okay, I'm wasting my words here. Hold on. Let's write down what we know. We might erase some of this. How about grail? Load. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, we could just do it right here. Load. Dost. Tyrant. And then we just need the B. We could say tab. But I wonder... Don't you feel like we could do this more efficiently? Here. We'll just finish it off. It's fine. I really feel like we'd do that. We could have done that more efficiently. I mean, sure, we could play again, whatever. But Grail, Load, Dost, Tyrant, Tab. I wonder what words are hidden in there. What did they? Speaking of hidden words, what did they do yesterday? Ventricle and Exemplar. Nope, not doing it. I was glad I played Squawk the other day, and then it wasn't even Squawk. It was Squab or Squib or something. I don't remember. Ventricle and Exemplar. How'd you do it? Librarians. Idle, librarians, and stogie. Funny. When I saw your words, I thought you said Liberians. I was like, people from Liberia? That's funny. Oh, and you added murky. Nice. Yeah, that's a good word. 282 words. Do you put them in like a spreadsheet or are they in a notebook or something? Like, how do you know you've never duplicated a word? Oh, notepad. Yeah, I would just worry. Oh, that's a good word, and then you write it down, and then it's like a duplicate word of something else you've already written. Stogie? Stop. Yeah. A stogie is like a cigar, like a cigarette, right? Stogie. Yeah, a long, thin, inexpensive cigar is a stogie. This one is spelled S-T-O-G-I-E.
Stogie.
Stogie. That's funny. Stoogie? What's a stoogie? Yeah. Well, mine, when I typed it in, it auto-corrected to stogie with an I-E. Who knows? All right, well, let's recap our answers. If you like what you see so far, give this video a like. Consider subscribing because we do this every day. We start off with our connections puzzle, and then we play our mini crossword, and then we do the Wordle, then we do the Strands, then we do our letterboxed. Occasionally, we might do pips, but I haven't done pips officially in this entire season, and no offense to them, but I'm not missing it. I don't know. Are you missing it? Do you wish I was playing pips? Because I don't miss it. I love the time I get to play with my kids. That's pretty fun. I will give that all of my attention. You only love the Wordle the most. I mean, that's what, people love connections. People love Wordle. There's a reason I play those ones first, People want to join in and see what that is. So, mini crossword. That one's great. Yeah. All right. Well, let's look at it. Right. We played the connections first. We almost got it in rainbow order. Not quite though. What threw me was that there were 2 different categories about films. I'm a video production teacher. I'm a filmmaker myself. I'm a content creator of sorts, and I love creating things. But evaluate, right? Yellow, grade, judge, rate, and review. The green category, radio tuning options, your band, your channel, your frequency, and your station. Your call sign, and your... and then classic 90s action films, Armageddon, Hard Boiled, which that's the only reason I'd poo-poo this one. And then Heat and Speed. Speed was the one where the bus can't slow down. Do you remember the part in The Simpsons where Homer's trying to explain that one movie where there's a bus and it has to maintain a certain speed, and if the speed of the bus reached a certain speed that was too slow, then the speed of the bus would make the bus explode? I think it was called The Bus That Couldn't Slow Down. No, Homer, it was called Speed. He said it like 4 million times as he's explaining it. So funny. Action film genres, buddy films, disaster films, martial arts films, and superhero films. You only got the yellow? Yeah, it's a tricky one. Radio tuning. I'm not a ham radio aficionado or anything. I don't even have any of the equipment or anything, but I do know how to tune the one in my car. The old analog ones. I know how to get into the radio stations on a old analog radio. Changing the band, the channel, the frequency, the station. Yeah, it's a tough one. I just thought it was a little weird that purple and blue were both, talking about our movies. The only feature that you remember from the car is manually rolling down the window. I bought my first car. I had summer jobs and whatnot, and I saved up to buy a car. And my very first car, it was a 91 Corolla, and it had roll-down windows, and I loved that thing. Oh man! In fact, we have my daughter is starting to drive, and she needs her own set of wheels, and I use the set of wheels too. And so I actually, when we purchased the car, part of the reason that I purchased this little car is because it felt just like my 91 Corolla wagon when I got behind the wheel. I was like, oh, this is a blast from the past. It felt just like driving my old car. So that was definitely a factor. Like, it wasn't the reason that we bought the car, but it was certainly a factor. I got behind the wheel and I was like, I feel like I'm back in my old 91 Corolla. It was great. But it has power windows. I mean, it's like, 13, 14 years older than the current car. But no, more than that. It's about 15 years older than my oldest car. But still, it feels like that same kind of drive. It's pretty fun. You have a face for radio. Oh, I love saying that. Because, kids aren't used to compliments like that. I said, wow, man, you have a face for radio. And they go, oh, wow, thanks. And then they go, wait a minute. Face for radio. Hold on. Sometimes kids don't get it either. I love that. I love razzing on the kids. They're, beautiful people. I'm not bullying them or anything. I just say funny things to make them laugh, It's funny. You have a face for radio. I love that one. It's funny. This is off topic, but speaking of faces for radio, do you ever listen to DJs, radio DJs, or the people on the news, right? The radio news, not the TV news. You get to see them, but the radio news. And you kind of have this vision of what they look like in your head, right? So I did an internship at the local news station in preparation. This was like 11, 12 years ago. I did this internship in preparation for starting my TV broadcast program. I wanted to see how they did it. I wanted to mimic how they did it so I could do it, that same way, just maybe on a smaller scale. And so I went to this local news station, and I got to be there for 2 weeks. It was awesome. Oh, it was so cool. I got to see they have kind of multiple sides. They have a newspaper. they also have the TV news, and then they have radio. And the radio, of course, runs 24 hours a day. You can tune in and listen to the news channel. They even have music channels and all that kind of stuff. And I got to just sit in the control room of the radio booth, and they have like a news reporter and a traffic reporter and the main anchors and everything. And when I heard each of them, and I could then associate a name to a face, I went, whoa, that's what you look like? I had it in my head that this is who they are. This is what they look like. And I'm like, whoa, you look totally different than what you sound like on the radio. I have this vision in my head of what you look like, and it's nothing like what I'm seeing in person. Try that sometime. Listen to like your favorite, if you love like the morning show, or you love listening to the news or something, go, if you know what their names are, go Google their names, and you'll go, who's that? And then you'll watch a video, right? Watch an interview or something, and you'll see some random face attached to the voice that you hear every day on the radio. It is a surreal experience. It is an absolute surreal experience. I'm like, I remember like the the feeling. It was part sunken, part scared, like part surprised. I went, there is no way that's what you look like. I didn't say it out loud or anything. I'm just watching them produce the news, and I'm like, no way. No way. This person I'm listening to right now, I've heard their voice hundreds of times on the radio. There is no way that your face looks like that. Not saying they're ugly or anything. Just I have this preconceived notion of what they look like, and they sound like some other face, Go Google the radio personalities you listen to all the time, and you'll go, that's what they look like? So funny. You look exactly how you sound. I don't know. Do I look exactly like I sound? I'm not sure if I do. You've already associated the name to the face, right? Or the voice. But if you had only heard me but never seen me, would you go, oh, that's totally what he looks like? I don't know. I wonder. I should produce like radio shows or something, and then not ever associate it to me, right? It's just like a faceless YouTube channel kind of thing, but it's my voice. And some people might go, huh, that kind of sounds like that Miller guy, but they'd never like fully connected it was me. I think that would be so funny to do. Have like this secret YouTube channel that I create that's only my voice. Light bulb. That's a light bulb right there. You said it, not me. Bah. Shucks. Oh, man. Overly talkative. Gabby. Or replace the consonants and you get baggy. Overly loose. Overly loose clothing. To say hello. To greet. I have a good voice for mimes. That's your... Oh, Callie, you're funny. I actually have... I've gone through different phases of being confident, right? I used to be very unconfident with what I sound like. At this point, I have the voice I have. God bless me with the voice I have. Can I change it? No. Do I like it? Whatever. It's my voice. That's what I sound like. I try to be dynamic. If I'm really monotone and boring, that's not fun to listen to. So I try to make my voice very dynamic, almost like I'm narrating life. I don't know. It's weird. But I try to get out of my shell and just be like a personality in the way I speak. It helps me kind of forget that everyone is self-conscious about their voice. It's fun. In my TV broadcast class and my video production class, I have the kids do voiceovers. And I actually have a really nice studio, really nice condenser mics, even nicer than this microphone. It's kind of like this, but even nicer. And I have a full like recording setup and everything in this kind of enclosed room. I even have padding on the walls, like that RLX foam that deadens the echo. So it's legit, right? It's not just like, oh yeah, let's record in some closet. No, it like actually sounds really good, and kids will record voiceovers and things. And it's surreal. The first time you put the headphones on and they speak into the mic, I say, can you hear yourself in the mic? They put it on and they go, yeah, I can hear you. Oh, is that what I sound like? It's like this surreal moment where they hear themselves for the first time. And some kids hate it. Some kids are like, oh, I have the grossest voice ever. You are used to hearing the echo inside your head, right? We hear the vibrations of, your larynx and your jawline and your bones rattling the hammer and pinion inside your ear. You have never truly heard your own voice until you put a pair of headphones on in a very controlled environment and listen to your own voice, and you'll go, oh my gosh, is that what I sound like? Even recordings, you hear like just a little handy cam video and the microphone's like a microscopic and you say something on video. That's not truly what you sound like. If you put like a $200 pair of headphones on with a $500 microphone in front of you, and you'll go, whoa, that's my voice? No way. And I've done that enough times, whether it's voiceovers for my YouTube channel or just examples for my kids or just being a teacher for 14 years. I'm used to it. I'm kind of over it. I'm like, okay, that's what I sound like. That's my God-given voice. It is what it is. But it's kind of surreal. Yeah, there's a certain hand gesture that you can hear truly actually what it sounds. I forget what it is. You'd like cup it like a bat or something, or hold it backwards. I forget what it is. Or you put like pieces of paper in front, or I forget what the trick is. But yeah, if you listen to your own voice for the first time, you go, whoa, what the heck? Is that what I sound like? You're out, cries the ump. Overly loose clothing is baggy. If you're in the know, you are aware. Honey-colored resin, amber. Civil War president, familiarly, Abe, Honest Abe. WSJ competitor, the Wall Street Journal, competes with the New York Times. The New York Times. Like, that's pretty self-referential. That's funny. All right. Yeah, we got on a tangent, didn't we? I don't mind saying tangents, right? You speak your mind. It's fine. Yeah, so Wordle surprised all of us. Definitely surprised all of us where I said lurid. I could have said lucid. It was lined up to say lucid. Why would lucid come out last? In fact, I didn't even say it or think of it until I read your comment. You're like, wait, why would you say lurid instead of lucid? And I was like, wait, why would I say lurid instead of lucid? Ugh. I tried hulky first, and lucky me, it gave us the U right at the beginning. And then I said, all right, L could go anywhere, but let's try it at the beginning. Sure enough, it did go at the beginning. Lumen. Lumen is the unit of measurement of brightness for a light bulb. Any light source. And then lupus, which is Latin for fox, or is it wolf? Is it fox or wolf? I think it's wolf. Yeah, let's go wolf. And then, which is also the autoimmune disorder for wolf. Lupe filus. There you go. Aranya's gonna start with ample tomorrow. Well, I don't know, Callie. What if I don't want to do ample tomorrow? Because you just said, oh, it'd be funny if I gave him the answer as the... Vulpus. Yeah, Vulpus. That's right. Or Vulpix. Yeah, the Pokemon Vulpix. Yeah. And then, lurid. Why didn't I say lucid? I have no idea. Callie, I'm just nervous that if I say ample, it's going to be the right answer. Because you spoon-fed me. You even said a couple comments ago, you're like, oh, it'd be so funny if I ended up, giving you the right answer as your starting word. Haha, very funny. Yeah. Lupus. And Lupin, right? Is it Seamus Lupin? Or who's Lupin? One of them has the name Lupin. Yeah. One of the characters. Professor Lupin, who is friends with, was friends with Harry's dad. I remember. It's all coming back to me now. All coming back to me. All right. Low-key elusive. I don't know why low-key is in there, but elusive, sure. It is barely there. Elusive sounds like it's not there. So to have it like... I don't know. I'm taking issue with the theme today, right? Sheer you could have said like sheer or something. Tenuous, understated. What was this one? Subtle. I was like, wait, why is there a B? Yeah, subtle. Subtle. Oh, it can't be the answer. It was already a past answer. Hey, eventually they're going to run out of 5-letter words. I'm just saying. Eventually. Might be decades from now, but eventually they will. Faint and nebulous. Nebulous. All right. And then we took the long way today with our letterbox, but that's all right. We said grail, and then the L led to load. D for dost. Dost thou think? What dost thou think of this hat? And then T for tyrant. And then another T for tab. I'm sure I could have done it in a more efficient way, but that's all right. Once they do, I'll expand my Sudoku. Oh, the New York Times Sudoku does recycle. Well, maybe they like switch boxes around. You know, maybe it's like, oh, figure it out. I'm not going to put a 4 here. I'm going to put a 5 over here. That's funny. They do. Interesting. All right. Well, you guys are awesome. Thanks for a great stream. Thanks for some help. I needed some help on the strands. I had, I needed 2 hints, but I needed 2 more hints from you guys in the chat, so I appreciate that. Yeah, fun stuff. Today's Friday. You know how it works on the Saturday and Sunday. I'm going to wake up earlier on those days and do those. Tomorrow, let's see. Tomorrow, yeah, might be my day to kind of get things done. I've got a to-do list. Oh my gosh. I've got to-dos out the nose. I've got so many things to work on. But we're going to get those done. It's going to work out. It's going to be great. So, yeah. Anyway, so I'll definitely be doing our puzzles first, but then I'll need to get some things out of the way. You guys are awesome. Thanks for a great stream. Thanks for some help on the puzzles, and thanks for some help on some of these things. I needed it. And you know what? I just need your friendship. So thanks for the chat. I really appreciate it. And if you like this video, consider giving it a like and subscribing to the channel. I'll come into your feed like a podcast every day, and we can just do puzzles together like this. So awesome. Yeah. Anyway, fun night, fun day, and I'll catch you on the next one. See ya.